Thank you, Tarak ji. And I personally appreciate this entire ISRA team and this entire initiative of the ISRA basically. So I hope everybody is fine with English and Hindi both, or English basically. In English and Hindi both.
both चलेगा as ever whatever you are comfortable with.
ठीक है, तो मैं बेसिकली शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ एंटायर रिश्ता टीम का. एंड देन एक इंट्रोडक्टरी बेसिकली स्लाइड्स आई विल रन इट, और उसके बाद में बेसिकली वी विल आल्सो डिस्कस दैट व्हाट वी आर डूइंग एंड व्हाट आर द चैलेंजेस वी हैव सीन ड्यूरिंग द सेकंड इनिंग, एंड देन व्हाट आर द इनिशिएटिव्स वी हैव टेकन to address this employability issues and self-employability issues in the basically in Indian population. So let me give just one more introduction from my side. Basically, myself is Aashish, and I am one of the director of this company. His name is Prasun Technology, and basically we work under the brand name is called as a Your Jobs. So basically, and Prasun Technologies are basically working in skill education, training, and the placement sector from last 8 to 10 years majorly. And I have more than 14 years of experience, but parallel to my software development, I have also addressed and then managed these opportunities as well. So basically, as we are working in the education space, so we are also a franchisee partner of NIT Limited in the Baitul. Also, we are affiliate partner of the NSDC. So basically, we are a skilling training partner affiliated with the NSDC, that is the National Sector Skill Development Corporation. And we are working in multiple sectors, basically in, if you are talking about retail, telecom, automotive, IT and ITS like that. Majorly, we are the expertise in the banking as well as the IT industry. Okay, and we have our another verticals, which is basically in your jobs, where we help them to people for placement and job assistant purpose. So we are also working in the placement along with the placement link program, but that is also a separate vertical for placement. That is, we basically provide for lateral hiring and the leadership hiring. So we are supporting to national and international hiring for multiple firms, majorly is for IT and banking. But yes, we also cater the requirements for some of the telecom as well as that education industry as well. And for this current situation, we know that everything is shifted on technology as well as the online. So last 7 8 months, we are working on the online platforms. We have shifted majorly our learning onto a completely on e-learning side. So we have set up our new separate vertical, that is a basically an online e-learning model, and majorly it is for pass out people as well as also experienced professional only for in the IT industry. So that is we call as Ashish Academy. That is a separate particular vertical which we are just handling for completely for IT technology solutioning as well as the learning. So that is basically all about our verticals, and the Your Jobs is running with tie up with the Placement India and the Naukri.com, which is basically getting a support for multiple job openings, also for some database support as well. And during, so we have located and our head office is the Baitul, Madhya Pradesh. Maybe you heard about Baitul or not. So basically near to Nagpur, and it is a very center to Nagpur and Bhopal majorly. And we are working in training and education from last 8 9 years. But yes, from last 6 years we are very much you can say active, and more than 5,000 plus students we have trained in non-paid and paid programs, and we are working on multiple states, MP, Northeast, in Assam. There is also we have done the training in Chhattisgarh as well. So we are also providing a placement and recruitment service in all the sectors. That is, we have already covered it here. And more than 50 plus partners for recruitment support. So we have also a partner onboarding concept where we have different agencies are also working with us for recruitment support, and more than 50 plus partners for facilitators for education majorly. So we have our partner development program as well. So we are also providing partners also to support to us. So these are basically, and then major sectors we have covered here in the retail, banking, telecom, BPO, and automotive, and also IT and ITS. So challenges in the COVID situations, that is the basically is all about. So basically the challenges we have seen, right? Everybody is seeing that there is industries are not functioning properly, and people are very much struggling for a job, and most of the people, the companies are basically not running properly, and apart from IT and some of the stable industries are not moving completely on online or a digital platform. So some of the companies have stopped working on it. Then the people went on to you can say LWP, right? LWP means they didn't fire, but उन्होंने आपको basically without any pay you can still be on the, you can say, in the company. So also some of manufacturer और maybe entry level jobs के लिए यदि बात करेंगे तो majorly workers, हमने migrant workers के लिए इतने सारे challenges we have seen it. सोनू सूद जी ने इतना काम किया हुआ है, काफी रिकॉग्निशन भी उन्हें मिला हुआ है, बेसिकली इतने सारे लोगों को उन्होंने माइग्रेशन के लिए हेल्प किया है. तो पीपल माइग्रेटेड टू देयर होम टाउन्स, राइट? बिकॉज वहाँ करंट मेट्रो सिटीज में विदाउट एनी जॉब और विदाउट एनी पे स्केल के सर्वाइव करना डिफिकल्ट हो रहा था. सो वर्कर्स का एक अलग प्रॉब्लम था. कंपनीज put hiring on hold. So we have seen that more than 70-80% was you can say slippage in the hiring side. So that data we have got it from Naukri. So everybody has just put that hiring on hold. So because nobody has any idea about in the even senior management that what we need to do and how to cater the situations basically. So in that scenario, there is no such approvals for a hiring. So all upcoming projects on hold, and they put on hold all the hiring approvals or hold. So agencies and everybody is just for being in touch with the people, and some of the people they lost the job. काफी सारे लोगों ने अपना जॉब भी लॉस कर दिया हुआ है, कुछ लोगों ने जॉब नहीं लॉस किया है, बट दे आर वर्किंग ऑन without any pay like this. And the still situation or little bit are going in the same direction. Companies are also doing a cost cutting for using a different methods for cost cutting to manage their profits and their survivals. Some of their MSMEs are still there struggling to cater their situations. And in working, we are working in the training situation training. So basically we have seen that NSDCI put everything on hold as of now. Still now no such permissions to start the trainings like that. Schools and colleges also, they are not but some of the colleges they have infrastructure for online, so they support the online education, but others are they just completely put on hold. Online businesses are generally going for grocery items and deliveries, but all other different industries like food, hotels, tourism, retail, manufacturing, construction, so these particular industries are majorly impacted heavily in this COVID situation because of this complete lockdown like that. So there is an impact on also on the self-employment people like tailors or the people who are working saloons and others. Also, they are heavily impacted. They are also struggling for survival. So these are also major challenges. So that is we have seen it. And so for that, even though we are just working in the placement and the recruitment industry, and still now the companies are started hiring, and because everybody knows that what is the situation and how we need to plan is for another 1 year or 2 years like that, because we need to still live with the COVID-19. And so people cannot avoid the situation basically. So for that, we have basically started a complete online educations, and we are conducting online free sessions for multiple technology, so that not for in India, outside India, and every state can just plug in. So we generally conduct these free sessions on Saturday, Sundays weekly, and the webinars also we conducted, so that we are using that IVR as well as other messaging for that connecting to and taking the people directly on the platform, so that they can get some positive vibes, as well as they can also build their skills online completely, right? Apart from that, we are also affiliated partner, and one of my coaches name is Mitesh Khatri. We also promote, he also conduct that free personality development sessions weekly, and also on sometimes on Saturdays. So we also promote this kind of a free sessions also, where students and then people who are already, you can say, experienced professionals can get some positive vibes and build their skills, right? And they can utilize this free time basically, right? So actually something is not in our control, so we not should not think like that. So at least we have enough time to spend and build our own self, so we can put and we can build our own skills which we can use in further maybe once the market is open, and also parallel to this situations as well. So that is the basically all about jobs. And we also started saying there are, we have seen that so many jobs are keep coming nowadays. Now recently I have seen one of that particular requirement, so 15,000 workers requirement at multiple stages, which is coming from MP electricity department. So they are looking from multiple zones. Also we have seen that requirement from one of the requirement from Uttarakhand I have seen for the health workers. That is, I have shared the requirement, and they are just open that particular RFP to providing the supports and resources. Some of the requirements also we are getting for entry level from IBM and other companies for contract for customer supports, and also so now this hiring will start going on there, and there will be a bunch of resources they require in the industry, right? So everything will, so many people who are really looking for a jobs, they will be easily absorbed, and things will be going to settle slowly, right? Because so many people has that everybody is losing the job. So that is behaved that yes, that's the situation, because nobody was able to understand and nobody was able to handle it. Now the situation is in control, so at least the companies are able to take the decisions and then make the planning perfectly, so that they can take care the situations. Online concepts like digital marketing, and then you will see that Facebook traffic has gone very much more than 50% during this pandemic, and then so much opportunities are keep coming for online coaches, digital you can say marketing. Then also you can say you can be a partner with the so many insurance companies, you can partner with the Amazon, or so many online opportunities are open, so that you can also drive, just you need a one computer and you can drive from the home. So this new era, and we have seen one more analysis. So going forward from last again coming in another 10 years, there is online education, online media, online technologies will go very high, and then India is one of the biggest market, so people can leverage. Even we can understand the workers who are not very much educated, that is we can not talking about, but the people who are the college pass out graduates, or maybe the people professionals, they will get a good opportunities to work on the online models basically. Now that is the basically all about, and we are also encouraging, and we are just innovating one another model for basically generating a much more self employment, because we have seen that previous to COVID situations, there are situations like challenges in the placement. So people are taking that training in the skilling. So government is continuously basically focusing on the skill education, placement link programs, promoting other education policies like that. So that is a very much perfect, but there is a challenge is still because of the mindset of a people is still not getting changed, right? So if you are talking about, we have given the training in multiple cities, and maybe we run some of the self-employment programs as well, and these trainings are majorly associated with some of the hospital stable centers like that, but people are not ready to move outside their own local cities. So and this small type 2 or type 3 cities are not very much having that industries where these people are getting absorbed. So let's say if you are talking about particular bedside assistant job role, so many people we have trained, but there are not a big hospital, so they are not absorbed in the local cities. And because of they are not ready to move outside, that's why there is a still challenge. So there are challenges related to a placement basically. And our prime minister has that particular you can say vision to maybe prepare or maybe create a youth with more than 8 crores youth, skilled youth, to make our economy and that complete employment generations basically. So these are majorly challenges we have seen in the placement for the with the education, and so many education colleges and still they open, but that linkage between that placement and there is a gap between the placement as well as that particular education. That is also another type of challenge that is we are not very much discussing here, but here we are talking about purely for the skill. So that is the basically we have seen that challenges. So we have prepared the model here, basically, which we are just promoting for a self-employment purpose. So here we have that multiple entities will come onto a same platform. So here, let's say if somebody is required, wanted to do open their own basic business model as just as a self-employment, either a tailor or maybe salon or something like that, or any other small, let's say, food processing system. So they need some kind of banking or fund support. So majorly NBFC banks or government bodies, they can just do the fund and they can leverage the different schemes. Consultant and facilitators, there are many consultants are also available. So which some of the consultants are working with us who are working in the entrepreneurship model. So basically they will help them to get the loan, complete the documentation. Like some of the agencies are also working for business promotions. So basically, and promoting the skills and basically skill education. So basically skill education firm will do the education part and help them for in that particular sector and for that particular job roles. So there are a facilitator organizations also like NGOs which can also be part with us, which is basically helping to a counseling to a people for preparing their entrepreneurship models. And also some of the facilitator organizations like aggregators, they can help us for value chain system. So whatever they will prepare, so we will launch into a direct into a market either through online media or maybe through offline media. So that is come under also the marketing assistance as well as the online platforms for the value chain and the supply chain model. So that is the basically model which we wanted to promote it. And maybe you heard about the FPO. FPO is related to that farmers that is also closely working on the same model. But yes, so basically there are people which will basically help to counseling for professionals and the skilled youth, and then providing a support to them for all you can say machineries related or maybe document related or maybe funding or maybe for business generation. So these are basically I have just covered for details. So facilitators, and that is all about the descriptions. So majorly, we are looking for some more partners or the facilitator people who can just build with us. Or definitely ISRA is also, we are looking for a support from ISRA and other people who are really interested and they are doing the work on the locally. So we will also help and support to them, and we will make a one very smooth model where we can generate a local self-employment and we can boost the economy as well as we can generate a much more local entrepreneurs in the small cities, and we will help them to launch their products into a big market, and so that that will be a complete model will be going to set it up. So there are some very simple concepts like sanitary pad and napkins. So many last time also I have seen one of the gentlemen has given a very fantastic presentation for sanitary pad from the UP. And so in the same model also, we also like to promote at the very large scale because still the population in the rural area is not using that particular napkins, and there is a still requirement mass food processing unit, milk processing unit, handloom, handicrafts, cloth makings, soap and agarbatti kind of, and home decorating. So these are some sample basically I have collected based on the geographical region as well as that particular community. They can choose the model and choose the particular segment and they can start working on, and then we can help them to support at large level. Plastic toys, brick manufacturing, plates manufacturing, beauty parlors, skill health advisor, insurance advisor, retail sales like that. So these are basically things and basic challenges. Counseling of a people for right mindset, that can be one challenge here, and that is we have seen it. Awareness and the knowledge gap, and lack of the knowledge of a current technology and tools so that they can understand how to use, and they can also promote their product on Facebook and other side without any cost. Business mindset and entrepreneurship training requirement is also very much required. People don't want to go out from the local town. Yes, that is a challenge. They wanted to set it on their own. Local town industry requirement also challenge. That is also we need to think when we are running this model. Local town skill manpower requirement for the jobs and manpower and resources to give a handholding to a support to these people. So these are some challenges we have seen. So that is we need to address it.